As you can see, it's 5:34. I got here about 10 minutes ago. I'm not sure how cold it is here, but it is probably, I'm saying about 6 degrees now, maybe 5, 6, something like that. Conservation hut is just over ahead of me. I'm the only person parked in the car park other than a hire car, so there's probably someone sleeping here overnight in the hire car. Maybe can start early. It doesn't look like anyone else is turning up, so I'm just going to wait for it to get a bit light first before I start walking, because I don't really want to trip in the dark. So the sun should be up very shortly, and we'll be on our way. But it's a little bit spooky here with the bush, and being here by myself, so I had the torch out a bit and I was trying to light the bush up to see if I get any eye shine, but I don't think we'll get anything here. And as soon as the sun comes up, like I said, I'll be on my way. Just waiting for the sun to come up. And at Wetwood Falls, it's currently 4 degrees. So it may be a top of about 15, does it say? 13. Yeah, it's going to be a cold one. It's 4 degrees. It's 6:15. I've just been waiting for the sun to come up, and it's starting to come up. It's a little bit cloudy today, but doesn't look like it's going to rain. It says it's not going to rain, so it's 4 degrees. I just used the toilet facilities. There's no fun sitting on a cold toilet seat at 6 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it's no fun at all. So the conservation hut is just here. You can't really see it that good because it's still dark. Anyway, there is a lot of fog down the bottom there. I'll try and got steps here. Track over there. Basically, I just follow this trail for about 20 minutes and I'll get to the bottom where the Empress Falls lookout is. It says Empress Falls, 1 hour return, but it's not hard. Alright, I'll see you when you get my... I'm the only person down here at the moment, so if anything is going to be here, I'll come into contact with it. It's still quite dark in some areas here, so I'm using my torch just to watch where I'm walking. And the wind's picked up a bit, but once I get down into the canyon more, I'll be out of this, because I've been down here before and it's been windier than this, and it's quite comfortable when you get down there. But at least with it being cool, you're not grabbing the water, drinking heaps of water. I've got 2 litres, I probably won't even use all that. Got the torch on just for safety at the moment, but as you can still see, it's still quite dark, and it shouldn't be too long before I get to the lookout. Don't really know if it's my imagination, but it sounded like mumbling chatter. And then just as I heard that, I heard some weird howl. but coming from the other side, like Wentworth Falls direction. But I can hear it echoing. It's really weird. I don't know who's going to be up at this time in the morning at about 6:30. It's going to be doing a big howl. It's weird. But yeah, it just sounded like a mumbling voice. Like two of them. It was like just in the bush over here. Wait, what's that? It's a tree. Looks like something was peeking around the tree. Nah, it sounded like chatter. That was really weird. I've heard that before. And I was at Glenbrook. But it sounds like Aboriginal kind of voices. That's what it sounds like. So, I don't know, did they hear Aboriginals talk in the past and they kind of have the same kind of language? I don't know. Oh well, keep going and see if I can hear something else. That was weird. That's spooky. Because it was quite loud. It was quite loud. It wasn't something I'm thinking I was hearing. Something was making a noise. And if it was birds, well, gee, it sounded like they were human voices. Pretty weird though. There is a lot of fog in the canyon here, so I'll take a photo when I get down there. Look out, as you can see, it's pretty foggy in there, but I'll be going in the middle there somewhere. So there is a bit of water making noise down there, so I'm going to get some good shots here. It is pretty light here now. As you can see, it's pretty light up there, but in the canyon it's still pretty dark, so you can't pick up these waterfalls too well. But as you turn around here, you see how light it is. So basically you follow this water system all the way down to the bottom, and as far as you can follow on trail is Vera Falls, and then it stops and you can bush bash it a bit. That's what I'm going to do, but it's all steps that have been carved out of the cliff here, and it is wet, so there is leeches around, so I've got some covers to cover my feet so leeches don't get in, and I've brought some salt, so if the leeches get bad I'll just put a bit of salt in my shoes. Last time I was here I took out about 30 leeches out of each shoe that were dead at one time after I put the salt in. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice walk, and you don't have to be really fit to do this one. The water goes all the way down and just keeps going down. So basically you just keep following it. So you kind of zigzag over it a few times. So you just got to watch your step because there's always this wet here. You might be able to see there. There's the fog cover. And there's more of the waterfall. I found this little cave here, and you can't see too well, but I'll take a photo. But it's right next to the trail here, so virtually along the trail you go, and it's a little cave here, but I'll take a photo of it. You can't really see too well, it's pretty dark in there, but it's big enough to probably, you could lay down 4 or 5 people in there. But here is all rocks in there, so I don't think anything's been sleeping in there, but I'll take a photo anyway. The track veers off to the left, which is Wentworth Falls that way, Wentworth Pass. I'm going to keep going straight, and we started here, gone down around here, and then we're just going to keep going in to Vera Falls. This is all the valley part, and that's the ridge line there to Wentworth Falls. So it's an unmarked trail, 2 hours return. It says experienced. So it says 1 hour and 15 minutes to the conservation hut. So for me it's about 45 minutes. But it's not that bright yet, so I'm not going to film too much. I can't pick up much of this camera. I've changed it for nighttime settings, but there's just not a lot of light in this area. For me personally it's bright as, but for the camera it's just struggling. I'm going to update it real soon. But anyway, I'll film more when I get down to Vera Falls, or if it gets a bit lighter. But it's not as dark as what it's showing here. You can actually see it's pretty light up there, but just no light getting down into the valley at the moment. Just come across this big tree. It's just fallen down recently. See the root system there, and covering a track. They do fall over pretty regular. A big tree, so if I was walking through this trail and it fell over and it hit you, it's going to take you out quite easily. So they'll get here soon and maybe chop it and it'll slide down, or they might just leave it there. It depends how dangerous they feel it is, the national parks. Here's another one. There's been quite a few lately. The ground just gets soggy and can't hold the trees up. This wasn't here last time. So it looks like everyone's just walking around it. Just hope it doesn't move while I'm here, but it's a pretty big tree. It's bigger than the other one. So it maybe took the other one out while it's coming down. It's wiped out a few trees with it. Anyway, it's getting brighter, so the camera can see a bit more, but as I keep walking in different areas it gets dark. But I don't take any notice of any branches broken or tree breaks or anything along here, because a lot of trees do fall because of the moisture in the ground, and they just can't hold the trees up. And a lot of people come walking in here and they always breaking branches and stuff. So until I get down the Vera Falls and get into the bush a bit, I'm not really going to take any notice of anything until I get to the spot that I want to go to. I've probably got another 40 minutes before I get there. So it was around this area last time that I had that bad smell following me. The exact area, because I remember coming down here and I stopped over a ridgeline and I just kind of laid down and I got the camera and I filmed for like 5 minutes to see if something would pop its head over or walk and follow me, but whatever it was, it didn't follow me. I had that sense I was getting watched, so I haven't got it today at the moment. But when I get down to Vera Falls, the last time I was there, I had a couple of whoops from either side of me. I'm not really sure what kind of bird makes whoop noises. I've never heard them before. Only down there. But it's getting dark here again. The light hasn't penetrated everything yet. But nice little area here. There's a lot of streams, and that's what they call it, the Valley of the Waters. Alright, I've come out from this way. If I go up this way, which I have done before, it's Roberts Pass, and that goes up there and then goes all the way around, and then you go to Lindeman's Pass, which I haven't found on a trail, on a book or a map yet, so it's not used, and that's where I found that big long footprint. And I'm going to be going on the Vera Falls track, and it's not cold. It's probably 7-8 degrees, maybe 9 degrees now, but because I've warmed up, I'm only wearing shorts and a shirt. As you can see, just shorts and a shirt. I've got my knee guard on because when I went on a 30k hike, I strained my legs a bit, and it's got covers for my shoes here. Put it up here so I'm in a light, because there's leeches. When I come down here last time, there's just leeches all on the ground, and they were just, that's just saying a warning sign. It's not marked. So yeah, I had leeches everywhere, and they were just like zigzagging everywhere, trying to grab onto your shoes, but it was a bit wetter than what it is now. There's a lot of trees and that falling in this area. There's a sign up there. I reckon that's Roberts Pass Trail that goes around. Anyway, oh, there's a big gum tree right here. I like when I see the real massive trees. And maybe I can get it. It's a bit hollowed out. But I like the big gum trees. That's massive. It's not as big as the one at Gosford Glyphs, but it's like it's been eaten out, but it's still alive by ants or something, termites. Alright, I'll film a bit more later when I find something else. And that's a big rock, so eventually when all this dirt gets washed away by all the rain, it's going to come down, and that's, I don't know, 30, 40 tons, and it's just going to take everything with it. So it'll be an open space when that does come down in the future. I just hope I'm not around when it does. But there's a lot of rotting tree branches, fallen logs here. It's a really wet area, so the more I get into this area, I think the more leeches I'm going to come across. I haven't come across any yet, but the closer you get down to Vera Falls, the wetter it gets, because the sun just doesn't penetrate here. So if you get one good shower, it stays wet for a long time. But I've been down here in the summertime and it's still damp here. Just, you know, that rainforesty dampness just stays. It just doesn't go. So the water just goes along there. So you virtually just parallel the track as you're going. And this part's a little bit harder than just walking down Emperor's Falls. A lot of people just go down to the waterfall, have a look, take a picture, and that's it, and walk back up. It's only like the real hikers that go into here. Yeah, pretty thick bush down here. It is a lot lighter than what it looks, but it's getting darker, so I'm going to stop the camera and I'll film a bit more.